Oh,
Recording.
good day, podcast world. This is the
That
Real
wasn't long enough for
Bruce.
the music, man. I didn't get to do my boogie.
You were doing your boogie, that's why I stopped it. But again, welcome, podcast world. This is the Real Bruce. That is Rookies over there. I'm also Duck, which is what I will
Duck,
be
Duck,
on this
Bruce.
show. Today is October the 28th. It is 1:37 p.m. Friday coming at you. We're running a few minutes behind because we couldn't get our shit together. But now we have it together somewhat. At least it's in the same room. And
We should do this live sometime.
We're going to. I wait for my green screen so I can make it like legit. So you can hide my little craft thing back there. But then you see my boy up there on the wall, Bubby.
What's up, Bubby?
That
was a good
But here we are, fully dressed. We talk about current events, hot topics.
Boy dressed in his Thanksgiving robe.
Yeah, it never ceases to amaze what Ricky shows up in. But we're here. We talk about current events, hot topics, politics, sports, anything that kind of tweaks our interest. And we have a lot of stuff going on in the world today that makes us
things that make you go,
Yeah, makes us feel differently than most people. But we have all kinds of stuff going on, and we just come here to talk about it. And then if you want to talk about something specific, let us know. Otherwise, we're going to tell you our stories and then our opinions about those stories. So hope you're ready. Ricky's, you ready for Ricky's rants?
Let's do it.
Let's go. Here we go. Ricky's rants.
You like my little
pre-kindergarten artwork. Like that's nice.
I'm learning little by little. I'm figuring out this how you can color on the computer. Pretty good, huh?
You stayed in the lines.
All right. If suddenly tomorrow Florida had state alerts going off over the radio and television stating that beginning the next day, anybody found driving on an expired driver's license would lose their ability to renew it for an entire year, what would you do? 12 months, no excuses, no exceptions. And you had an expired driver's license, what would you do?
I'd find the first place I could get them renewed.
Or if yours was going to expire in the next 30 days, what would you do?
I would still schedule something, find something that would allow me to get that taken care of.
Because you don't want to lose your driving privileges for a year. That would suck.
Correct.
So I am tired of hearing about all of these people that are here illegally that had the opportunity when Trump got initially elected. He gave that window to say, get yourself right. You want to go back? We'll give you $1,000 and a plane ticket. But get yourself right. And they didn't. Now they're complaining about all of these people getting swept up that they're just a mom. They're trying to work. Did you see the story the other day about the guy that stole somebody's ID for like 15 years?
Yep.
That's the guy he interviewed.
I think the guy actually went to jail for tax evasion or something because the guy was racking up all these tax liens on him, and they came after him.
I don't think he went to jail, but he had to pay the income taxes on money made by the illegal that was claiming to be him.
And the wonderful CNN journalist were talking about how there were 2 victims because the other guy was now going to be punished for his crimes. So that makes him a victim, I guess. So
that's ridiculous. She's not a victim. He's the perpetrator.
Yeah,
he's the aggressor.
He's a crook. He's a criminal. He's a friggin' parasite. So yeah, that was amazing to me. And it went on for 15 years.
Yep.
and I don't know why this sticks. Like I think he was from Guatemala, which for some reason is that like a pandemic right now in itself, where all these things are like Guatemala, 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 because that's all you hear about right now.
I don't know. You hear a whole lot about what's that? What's that one country? Maduro.
Yeah, Venezuela.
Oh my God!
Those,
I can't wait to
people,
see what the liberals do on that.
oh, they're gonna lose it.
We're gonna bomb the shit out of them.
So is that Joey Rant?
That's yeah.
Ricky's Rant has one.
I'm tired of hearing about it. Well, we could bring up my next one here. Pomade.
That's your rant?
No, I just wanted to make you laugh.
I'm like, what are you ranting about that?
Pomade.
I thought you're always so pissed off about stuff. So I guess I'll go on then, because it's Thanksgiving yesterday, and families and thankful for things, and I am very thankful. Like, you and I have been friends for 34 years. I am super thankful for that. You're the best man at my wedding. You were there for my father's death and my mother's passing and two of my siblings, and I was there with Maul and Ball, and we've been through a lot of stuff. So I'm very thankful that I have close friends, good family, I have food, I have shelter, I'm good. So I'm like trying so hard, like, be thankful, don't be angry, which lives inside of this person a little bit. So things piss me off, things go up. So this is my little segment of Deep Thoughts by Duck.
Oh, you worked hard on that. Nice job. Well done, Duck.
It's not as perfectly colored as yours, but
it'll do.
It'll pass for right now.
You're no Jack Handy.
Jack Handy.
Deep Thoughts with Jack Handy.
Yeah. So anyway, the World's Strongest Woman competition was held this past week, and the winner was a man.
Yep.
And I saw this video. I can't find it since. I don't even know where I saw it from. But when they awarded first place, the second place woman appeared to say, "This is bull pucky," and walked off. Well, then after the competition was over and the awards were given, it was discovered that the winner was actually a man. And people are like, we have no idea. The people in the competition who ran it were like, we had no idea. So they reversed it, gave it to the woman who finished second, the one who stormed off of the podium. But I'm like, if nobody knew, then why was she so upset whenever he won? Because he won by like 1 point. And then after it was over, it was discovered that his name was like Jeffrey or something, not Debbie or whatever. But
bring that box up.
Do what?
Bring my box up.
Yeah.
That is apparently the world's strongest woman.
Well, man.
I just had to check, but there's so much fat there you wouldn't be able to tell.
But they were like, I feel like there is even more of a controversy here because they say they didn't know. But why was that woman so pissed off that she left? But I just thought that was hilarious that a woman was named the world's strongest, or a man was named the world's strongest woman. If you're
That's
that fat, we would all have boobs like that.
That's disturbing. That's just disturbing.
And
All right, take it.
I don't know what's more embarrassing, if the fact that nobody knew that was a man, or that he only won by 1 point. You know,
Yeah,
like,
no shit.
come on, broski, like, do it up. I really don't have a whole lot of rants to go on right now, except for I heard this yesterday. I heard on Glenn Beck, and also on Brian Kilmeade, which leads me to another rant. I'll start with this one: is on the weekends and holidays, a lot of radio shows will do either replays
Right,
of previous
flashbacks,
shows,
best ofs.
yes, or they'll do like a paid advertisement from here in Florida where I live. It's this guy who does landscaping. He does a show on landscaping, and there's another one with lawyers talking. And I'm like, it's so freaking boring. I can't stand listening to it. But I spend a lot of time in my car, so I listen to radio a lot, and then I gotta either hear shows I've already heard multiple times, or listen to this guy about plants, which I don't do plants, or this lawyer guy, which I don't need a lawyer. So it's the radio sucks. And when you do a replay, and Glenn Beck is great because he will normally do like a guest host for the holidays. So you rarely hear like a replay of his shows. But some of these other stations, like, bring in a guest, make something up. Why do I got to hear your lame ass flower guy talking like I'm going to plant flowers around my house? I'm like, I'm not going to. Like, put a replacement host in there. So that's one of my bitches today. That's one of my deep thoughts is get it together, radio stations, and let's freaking hear some real talk. Like, okay, it's a holiday, I get it. Then put somebody on there as a replacement that doesn't have a family or doesn't like their family and wants a way out. Like, just
Usually,
do that.
though, on the holidays, things aren't really going on. But
There's still tough stuff to talk about.
there is.
So,
in fact, bring up my thing. Did you see this story?
and I am appalled and also intrigued.
So initially, it was a missing person. And apparently the wife had posted up something and then took it down. And now we come to find out that he had been suspended from his school coaching job because of child porn charges. And now he's missing. And I'm guessing we're never going to see this man alive.
I
Just
would
not
guess.
going to.
And then there was something else too. There was another employee in that same school that 2 or 3 years ago was arrested and convicted of inappropriate behavior with a minor. And also there was another employee at that school that has been suspended and then most recently terminated. And they say what for, but they were in contact with the guy who's missing right now. And I guess it was like a known secret in the community that the coach was kind of a perv. People talked about it, and people are like, we're not surprised by this. So that is very disturbing. And I guess his dad was like a legend at that same school coaching and won like 5 state titles there or something.
I didn't dig very deep, so I don't know.
Yeah, that guy. Yeah, there's some shit going on there. But he and his wife is like, this is all lies. We just want him home. I'm like, the dude ran before, he's probably guilty. Like, he's running. And they say he's in the woods. I'm like, how long is he going to live out there for the rest of his life? But his rest of his life could be a couple days.
I think we're going to see a suicide. I don't think he ever faces charges. I just don't.
No. All right. Yeah, that's a weird shit. All right. So, have you seen this?
Yeah, most of it. Go ahead.
I love this. I try to get it close to the point, but this woman is talking to Trump about the guardsmen in DC that were shot and killed. And so she's asking him questions, and it goes to something about Biden and whatever. So this is my favorite part.
So why do you blame the Biden administration?
Because they let him in. Are you stupid? Are you a stupid person? Because they came on a plane along with thousands of other people that shouldn't be here, and you're just asking questions because you're a stupid person.
He doesn't care. He ain't running again.
Oh, I fucking love
it. He's not running again.
Are you a stupid person? Quiet, piggy.
Yeah.
That man cannot be duplicated.
Nope.
I think one of the hardest jobs ever is going to be following that. Because right now, things are not like golden shower, flying, golden money, like things falling out of the sky, and everything you touch is worth this, and all the money and the gas is cheap.
Golden shower.
Yeah, I try to stop myself, but like gas isn't at $2 or less a gallon yet, whatever. But things are happening, and if the people that are starting to doubt it, just give us a moment. Give a moment. Let it actually take place. And like I got gas this morning at $2.79 or something like that, 2.80, whatever it was. That's under $3.
Yeah.
So things are happening. You can't close and shut down all these plants and people that build stuff and block them and all these restrictions and red tape. You cannot stop all that and then think that we could just say, okay, all these regulations are over, let's start doing it today. You can't start producing today. You got to rebuild the stuff that is not functioning. But I really think that 2026 is going to be a financial windfall for a lot of people. And when people try to find every reason of like any negative reason they can attack any of his wins, which are all wins. Like they're trying to say, oh, look how tired he is, fatigue. No shit. He has done so much more like in 9 or 10 months than Biden did in 4 years and Obama did in 8. He never stops. Like, oh, he's showing fatigue. Well, first of all, he's fucking 79 years old and he never stops. I'm 57. I'm tired as shit every day. I fall asleep on the couch watching TV with my wife. You gonna give him shit for falling asleep in a meeting? Like, he never stops. He's running the world. You know what I mean? Like, give the man a fucking break already. Like, shit. That should be one of my rants, but the man is like,
it's all a rant anymore.
It is. All right, sorry I was going on about that, but that's
well,
that was me.
Rachel Maddow.
Hey, what's up, everyone? Happy game day. I'm James Rapine here at Patriot.
I don't know if I should have pulled that up yet. You ready? Or okay, here we go.
Not yet. What are you doing?
I had it pulled up.
Okay. I think this is about the right place. Go ahead.
Okay.
Dollars like we've never done before. And some of that's going to go back in the form of a sort of dividend to our people, but much of it's going to go toward reducing debt. And what it really goes for, and even better than the money we're taking in, is the fact that nobody's attacking our companies and taking them out, stealing them like they've been for many years. Because if they do that, they have to pay a tariff as they make products and sell them into our country. So we made deals with Japan, we made deals with South Korea, we made deals with the European Union, where they pay us hundreds of billions of dollars, and they participate. They're now building plants. Honda is building plants, and
Is exactly what you're talking
every
about.
car company from all over the world virtually is building plants now in the United States because they don't want to pay the tariffs. So there's never been anything quite like it. It's been amazing. So we're taking in, think of it, hundreds of billions. Next year, it'll be $1 trillion or more. But we're taking in all this money at the same time protecting our country. And we're respected again. They actually respect us. And they made the deals. I mean, they respect us, but they pay us, as an example, Japan, $650 billion. South Korea, $350 billion. European Union, $950 billion. And they are building plants now in the United States because they don't want to pay tariffs. So this is one of the biggest things economically that's never happened. Nobody's ever seen anything like it. And over the next couple of years, I think we'll substantially be cutting, and maybe cutting out completely, but we'll be cutting income tax.
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Let's play that again for those in the back. who didn't
Cutting
hear.
and maybe cutting out completely, but we'll be cutting income tax. Could be almost completely cutting it because the money we're taking in is going to be so large. And yet other countries who have been ripping us off for many, many years, and many years they've just been ripping us to shreds.
Okay, so there's what I've been waiting on. I've been expecting. I talked to you about it before. If he eliminates income tax, man, that changes everything, doesn't it?
Yes. Yes, it does.
July
Well-
4th next year. That's when I believe things will be secured.
As a bartender, server, this year for 2025, when we file in 2026, we are we get $25,000 of our tax or our tips that we don't have to pay them taxes on.
Yep.
That's huge.
Yep.
That's enormously huge. So that's just one little piece of it. So you go to the next step and go, we're going to eliminate income tax. Oh my God. Because if like really look into it and go, I get a paycheck, it's taxed. I take that money and buy gas. I'm paying tax on the gas. I go to the grocery store and buy groceries. I'm paying tax on that. So I'm being taxed from my paycheck for being paid. And then I'm paying taxes on when I spend it. So then I'm like, I earn $1, I'm bringing home 40 cents. So we can give this to countries to do gender affirming care. Or
Some people will argue, though, that those goods that you're buying that you're paying tax on are going to go up in price because the manufacturers or distributors of those goods and services are having to pay a tariff. So they're going to raise the price of the goods that you buy. I'm okay with that.
I am too. I make your money. You're a business. You are producing an item. Make your money from it.
I've
I'm
said
okay with
this
that.
for years. Quit allowing people to write stuff off of their income taxes. If you don't get to write your car off because it's business, use it for business. That shouldn't be written off your personal income taxes. That's a business thing. Shouldn't be written off your business income taxes. Tax the car when it's sold, period. That's it.
But you also can't put any kind of blame or anger or hatred towards somebody that says this is the law. I'm following the law.
I'm taking advantage of absolutely. And that's
As
why
a
I don't have
business
a problem
person,
with the
why
things
would
that-
I not? You would, if you were my leader and you knew of these things and you did not utilize them, then you're a bad leader. If
Elon
that's a
Musk
law, do
avoid
it.
paying taxes because we give him subsidies or we eliminate his tax burden on the Tesla cars. We're eliminating all that stuff. Flat tax. Quit with the income tax. States are still going to have to do income tax. You're still going to have to pay your Social Security tax. Those are different entities, and I'm okay with that because you know what I mean. You're paying into Social Security as a completely different financial institution. States require some money that shouldn't have to come from the federal government and from people in Minnesota to Kentucky to subsidize our farmers in Kentucky. That shouldn't be.
Yeah, but like my father-in-law, who is 90 years old, pays taxes on his Social Security. He's 90. So, as an example, say he gets $2,000 a month. I don't know if it's more or less. I'm just as an example. Then he pays 40% taxes. How do you live? You can't go get a job.
You got to look directly at the numbers, though, dude, because you have to reach a certain number in order to have any tax.
But it's the whole tax thing. It's all BS. This was
That
started.
eliminating tax on Social Security will mostly apply to people that are retired that have a pension. And so when they file their taxes, they put their pension with their Social Security, all of that's income, and that puts you in a certain tax bracket, and you end up paying taxes on your Social Security. For somebody like me, I don't pay taxes on my Social Security.
But you get to somebody like from the 90s on, there are no more such things as pensions.
No, I agree with that. I agree with that.
So then you have people that live off of whatever you could save and your Social Security. So then as a person like that, which is the norm, you work 40, 50 years mandating that you give this much of your money to this. So when you get older, we'll give it back. But then when you get older, like, we're not giving it back. And we're going to tax the piss out of it. So we know you're too old to go get a job, but the money you need to survive on, which is minimal because we're only giving you a third back of what we took from you, so we can enrich ourselves and all these defense contractors. Now we're going to just friggin' take the rest of your shit and you can suffer. But hey, you're a good citizen.
Well,
Like,
let
what the
me
hell
ask
is
your
up with all that?
father-in-law is 90, so he's been collecting Social Security for well over 20 years. Is he receiving more than what he paid into it yet?
I honestly have no idea. But
Right, and that's the calculus. Is we don't know.
Right,
We
but how
know
many
that they
people
borrow
like,
from the Social Security fund. It's ridiculous. It's a scam.
right, but like my mother, so my father-in-law is 90. My mother worked until she was 69 and she died at 74. So she had 4 years where she made $211 per month was her Social Security payout. 211. Now she died in 2012. So 13 or 14 years ago. Now I know it's like not now times or whatever, but it wasn't that long ago. But she worked her entire life so her Social Security could pay her $211 a month.
Yeah.
Like, and then when she died, they made us pay back the the prior month
Yeah.
payment because of when she died. It was in the middle of that payment system, and they deemed that they paid her an extra month that she shouldn't have got.
Yeah,
So
they fixed that now. It's now you're getting paid on the 3rd for the previous month.
Yeah, so we had to pay back $211 or they're going to sue us. So it was just crazy. Like, I'm just like, the whole tax system is straight bullshit. Most of it goes to defense contractors and whatever else. I just don't. Our country, I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think it started in the early part of the century where they were collecting taxes for the war. Am I right? They were stopped.
I don't know.
But I mean, whatever the case is, it's like I work in a
The
restaurant.
modern federal income tax started in 1913 with the ratification of the 16th Amendment to the Constitution, gave Congress power to levy taxes and income without apportioning them among the states. In the Civil War, the first federal income tax was imposed in 1861 to help fund the Civil War effort. And Wilson Tariff Act in 1894, Congress later enacted another income tax. The Supreme Court ruled it unconstitutional the following year. So I don't like income tax at all. Never did.
I just don't understand how it's like they will put your ass in prison for not voluntarily giving your money over to them as a loan, which they won't give you back. So if you go to the bank and like, I need $5,000, sure, 27% interest on a 24-month loan. But the government comes and says, we're taking your money, no questions asked. You'll get it back if we decide to give it to you. And it's going to be at a negative interest rate. So you're going to still owe us money when we pay you back. I think it's all crap. And you pay taxes when you get paid, when you spend your money, when you buy stuff to live off of. Like all of it's just taxed to the shit. So I'm like
Taxed to
you,
the
buy
shit.
this, here's a tax, done. We'll leave it at that. And if you cannot manage based off of this, then you're a bad leader. So, well, that was we got off of that like crazy, didn't we?
I will say you did. So you wanna watch a funny?
Yeah.
Pull that up.
Quiet, Piggy.
This isn't the one I wanted.
This is because I woke him up at 25 or 30 minutes before the show started. So he's not prepared.
Did you not watch it?
You just said it was the wrong one.
No, it was here. Do it again. Okay, wait a minute. Almost. He's gonna give the turkey.
Anyway, are you ready? Gobble, I just want to tell you this very important. You are hereby unconditionally pardoned.
Yeah. He gobbled back at him. Go, President Trump.
Yeah, and immediately after, 9 liberal judges across this country deemed his pardon illegal.
This
Like,
is going to be interesting because there was a little story, I didn't dive deep into it, about the turkeys that were pardoned last year by Biden, but they were done with the auto pen, so they were deemed not valid. But Trump went and got them on their way to the factory and pardoned them again. Just saved their feathers. I think we're gonna see courts. The Supreme Court's gonna have to rule whether Biden's pardons with the auto pen of all of these people in the last couple of months of his presidency were valid or not. And I don't know how you're gonna prove if they're valid or not. I don't know how you're gonna prove whether it must be a presidential signature to be valid. I don't know how all that's gonna play out, but I do not believe that Biden was aware of every single pardon that he issued. Have previous presidents been aware? I don't know. We're talking about somebody who was clearly mentally affected.
okay, this brings up another thing. I wasn't going to bring her up yet, but Katie Tur, I think is her name, Tur, from CNN, come out and said that Trump has done more in this term, which is now 10 months,
10 months old,
than Biden did in his term. And it's
4
because
years.
the New York Times came out and gave this, I think it's like a smear campaign or whatever, but they're like, Trump is showing signs of fatigue. Okay, the man is 78 years old, almost 79. He runs circles around all of us. Like, I work a 40-hour job and then like a 15-hour job, so maybe 55 hours a week. I'm tired all the time. I am not running the entire free world, stopping wars, stopping crime, fighting every single friggin' crazy leftist ass Democrat the entire time, and then trying to be a husband and a father. Like, no wonder he's tired. So he's tired. So what? Do you not go home and go to sleep? Whoever wrote that, like, I want to know, what is your sleep habits? If you want to bitch about him being tired, prove to us why you're tired. He is going nonstop. Trump never stops. So shut the hell up. Leave the man alone already. Like, what is going on out there? I don't get it. I'm so over this whole whiny shit. Like, we are on the right path. This country is doing great. Stop fighting him. Stop trying to make it worse. Like, why would you vote for someone to make your community and your environment worse than it is right now? I don't get it.
All right, bring.
Hang on one moment. My dogs are barking. This is what happens. You work from home. Which one? This one?
Bring up. Yep. Have you seen this? Trump posted this the other day, President Trump the other day. Very happy Thanksgiving salutation to all our great American citizens and patriots who have been so nice in allowing our country to be divided, disrupted, carved up, murdered, beaten, mugged, and laughed at, along with certain other foolish countries throughout the world for being politically correct and just plain stupid when it comes to immigration. The official United States foreign population stands at 53 million people. That's the census, most of which are on welfare from failed nations or from prisons, mental institutions, gangs, or drug cartels. They and their children are supported through massive payments from patriotic citizens who, because of their beautiful hearts, do not want to openly complain or cause trouble in any way, shape, or form. They put up with what has happened to our country, but it's eating them alive to do so. A migrant earning $30,000 with a green card will get roughly $50,000 in yearly benefits for their family. The real migrant population is much higher. The refugee burden is the leading cause of social dysfunction in America, something that did not exist after World War II. Failed schools, high crime, urban decay, crowded, overcrowded hospitals, housing shortages, and large deficits, etc. As an example, hundreds of thousands of refugees from Somalia are completely taking over the once great state of Minnesota. Somalian gangs are roving the streets looking for prey as our wonderful people stay locked in their apartments and houses, hoping against hope that they will be left alone. The seriously retarded governor of Minnesota Walz does nothing, either through fear, incompetence, or both, while the worst congressman woman in our country, Ilhan Omar, always wrapped in her swaddling hijab, and who probably came into the USA illegally in that you are not allowed to marry your brother, does nothing but hatefully, this is the President of the United States, nothing but hatefully complain about our country, its Constitution, and how badly she is treated, when her place of origin is a decadent, backward, and crime-ridden nation, which is essentially not even a country for lack of government, military, police, schools, etc. Even as we have progressed technologically, immigration policy has eroded those gains and living conditions for many. I will permanently pause migration from all third world countries to allow the U.S. system to fully recover, terminate all of the millions of Biden illegal admissions, including those signed by Sleepy Joe Biden's auto pen, and remove anyone who is not a net asset to the United States or is incapable of loving our country, and all federal benefits and subsidies to non-citizens of our country, denaturalize migrants who undermine domestic tranquility, and deport any foreign national who is a public charge, security risk, or non-compatible with Western civilization. These goals will be pursued with the aim of achieving a major reduction in the illegal and disruptive populations, including those admitted through unauthorized and illegal auto pen approval process. Only reverse migration can fully cure this situation. Other than that, happy Thanksgiving to all, except those that hate, steal, murder, and destroy everything that America stands for. You won't be here for long. How about that?
Instead of the, except for those.
Except for those.
One of a kind.
And you know he didn't attend the G20 in South Africa, right?
I think
he wrote, because the South African government refuses to acknowledge or address the horrific human rights abuses endured by Afrikaners and other descendants of Dutch, French, and German settlers. To put it more bluntly, they are killing white people and randomly allowing their farms to be taken from them. Perhaps worst of all, the soon-to-be out-of-business New York Times and the fake news media won't issue a word against this genocide. That's why all the liars and pretenders of the radical left media are going out of business. At the conclusion of the G20, South Africa, see this, I haven't seen this story in the news at all. At the conclusion of the G20, South Africa refused to hand off the G20 presidency to a senior representative from our U.S. embassy who attended the closing ceremony. Now, let me state, Trump wasn't there, which was making a statement, but we did have people there representing the United States. It was our turn to reside over the G20, and South Africa didn't hand it over. They kept it. Therefore, at my discretion, South Africa will not be receiving an invitation to the 2026 G20, which will be hosted in the great city of Miami, Florida next year. South Africa has demonstrated to the world they are not a country worthy of membership anywhere, and we are going to stop all payments and subsidies to them effective immediately. Thank you for your attention to this matter. He ain't messing around.
He does not play.
He's not playing.
I love him. So I don't know if you ever watched The Office. Michael Scott was a character played by Steve Carell, and you could watch it sometimes and be so embarrassed for him, even if it was a TV show, that you would feel like you needed to turn away because you couldn't watch like the self-sacrifice that he was doing. Like, it was crazy how weird it was. So sometimes Trump says stuff and I'm like, I don't think I would have said that.
Yeah.
And then sometimes I'm like, would I have not said that because I'm too much of a wuss, or I'm worried about what somebody's going to say? So then he's just like, you know what? I don't care. I have nothing to prove to you all. I have nothing to hide. And this is how I feel about it. And this is where, for all of our lifetimes, these government officials haven't been their true selves. So now we have somebody who's willing to go, this pisses me off. This is wrong against our country, and we're going to stop it. And I don't care what you think about it or how you feel like I said it. He's doing things to make us safer, better, richer, more productive, more online for success than any other president ever. So if you don't like how he says it or how he delivers it or whatever, who cares? Is it working? And I think that it is.
Well, here's my deal with Donald Trump is they want to say what they want to say about what he's trying to do. But let's can you bring this one up?
I fight hard when I believe in something, and I'm good to my family and I'm good to my friends.
Mm-hmm. What has disappointed you, though? Have there been any disappointments?
Not too many, Oprah. I mean, I really can say that from my standpoint, I mean, you can see my lifestyle. I'm a young guy. Not too many disappointments. And somebody asked me that question the other day. You know, where's been your biggest failure or your biggest disappointment? And I'm sure I'm going to have them. And I don't want to even talk about it too much. Where's wood? Is this wood or Formica? That's
It's
Formica.
no wood in this
Huh?
set.
So,
No wood around here.
I'm
yeah.
sure I'm going to have disappointments, but there's been no major disappointment. I've been very lucky. I have, you know, really wonderful friends, wonderful families, wonderful everything. And I really, I almost hate talking about it because I really feel blessed in so many different ways.
Hi, YouTubers. I'm excited.
And that wasn't really what I wanted to see.
Yes, it's me again.
You're talking about whenever she was like, you should run for president. Because her, the Clintons, and how many numerous other people suggested that to him. You'd be a great president. You would be a great candidate. You should do this until he ran. And he
Yep.
actually had
And
like
his ideals have not changed. Try
he
bringing
hasn't
this one
changed.
up. Okay.
So easily. I'd make our allies pay their fair share. We're a debtor nation. Something's going to happen over the next number of years with this country because you can't keep going on losing $200 billion, and yet we let Japan come in and dump everything right into our markets and everything. It's not free trade.
And notice he said 200 billion. This was 30 years ago. The numbers are in the trillions now.
You ever go to Japan right now and try to sell something, forget about it, Open. Just forget about it. It's almost impossible. They don't have laws against it. They just make it impossible. They come over here, they sell their cars, their VCRs, they knock the hell out of our companies. And hey, I have tremendous respect for the Japanese people. I mean, you can respect somebody that's beating the hell out of you, but they are beating the hell out of this country. Kuwait, they live like kings. The poorest person in Kuwait, they live like kings. And yet they're not paying. We make it possible for them to sell their oil. Why aren't they paying us 25% of what they're making? It's a joke.
This sounds like political presidential talk to me. And I know people have talked to you about whether or not you want to run. Would you ever?
Probably not. But I do get tired of seeing the country ripped off.
Why would you not?
I just don't think I really have the inclination to do it. I love what I'm doing. I really like it.
Also, it doesn't pay as well.
No, it doesn't. But, you know, I just probably wouldn't do it, Oprah. I probably wouldn't, but I do get tired of seeing what's happening with this country. And if it got so bad, I would never want to rule it out totally because I really am tired of seeing what's happening with this country, how we're really making other people live like kings and we're not.
What do you think of this year's
Had you ever seen that before?
Yeah, it's been a while.
presidential race, the way it's shaping up?
Well, it's going to be very interesting. I think that probably George Bush has an advantage in terms of the election. I think that
Yeah, we don't need to watch any more of that. But he's been saying the same thing for 40 years. People say what they want. That was bad, Oprah. Oh, I'm not allowed to say the piggy Oprah. No, I can't. What the hell? He's been saying the same thing. The other countries need to pay their fair share for us to defend them, for them to send goods into our country. And since then, they've taken away all our jobs. We don't manufacture anything anymore. We don't manufacture clothes anymore. We don't drill our own oil like we used to. We don't dig for coal because it's bad for the environment. Yet China and all these other countries are able to do whatever they want, destroy the environment. We have to protect the earth. We can't protect the earth alone. So why are we letting all these other countries leapfrog us? Why is our debt continuing to go up? Why are our taxpayers paying so much more in taxes? And why people hate Trump for what he's trying to do, I don't understand it. Nobody's neighbor is getting. Do you know anybody who's been scooped up by ICE?
No, I do not.
You're in Florida. You're around a lot
I
of
know.
people that many of
And the
them are
one boy
probably.
that I thought was not, even though he was in jail and he's here illegally, they still did not
Deport him.
take him up and hog tie his ass and chain him up and abduct him and what do they call it? Disappear him. He went to jail for what he did wrong, got out, now he's back to work. And he's here illegally. So it's not like a rampant crazy. You are deemed to not be a hazard to your environment, so we're gonna leave you alone. We're gonna come back. We're looking for your buddy that's a badass. That's who we're looking for. You know what I mean? Like they're taking people like that. So take those people. I don't want to be afraid to walk down the street or whatever. Take the badasses off the street. Get them out of here. Like we don't need them. And I also don't want to pay for them. But I also live in Florida, which is drastically different than most states. Like Florida doesn't play. So
Well, it's what about the guy that shot the two National Guard people in DC?
I've read a bunch about this. Try not to be the negative person, whatever, but that guy was given a free pass into this country to bring his hate and anger into this country. It was open doors. Like they said they were vetted.
Here's what I don't understand. They weren't vetted.
Oh, hell
They
no,
couldn't
they
have
were
vetted
vetted.
all those people. There's no way.
So
He
other
got
people
his
can fit on this plane. Let's take him. Let's go.
initially came in. Yeah, all those people that were hanging off of the airplane, those people weren't vetted.
No.
They so you got him entering in 2021 and he got his immigration visa, sanctuary, whatever. It expired. Now they're trying to blame Trump on him being in the country because it was renewed in April or something. I don't know the particulars along the way of whether he was here legally or illegally. Was he on an expired visa? Was he not?
He worked for the CIA and the FBI, and he was one of those people where I think there were different classes where they would rank you and say totally trustworthy, not trustworthy. I don't know how they did it, but he was one of those people that was helping the military in his country, but they would not allow him to handle weapons because they didn't trust him like that. And they even said, like, he can't have a gun because we don't trust him to not turn on our military. So they were using him to help, but then they would not allow him to have a gun to protect himself because they knew, like, you are in this country helping the enemy. Like, you are putting a big giant bullseye on your back, but we're still not going to let you have a gun because we don't trust you to not kill our people. So then it came time to run. He's like, yeah, let him in. So they brought him into the country with all the people he was not have a gun around because he would hurt somebody. And now he has a gun. It's like, let's just see if we can screw shit up so bad and make it so crazy that you won't even want to hear it anymore because it's so stupid the things we do. You hate this country. You hate our people. We're going to bring you over here for free, pay you to be here, allow you to have weapons so you can hurt us. It makes no sense.
Well, they've upped the charges to first-degree murder on him. There's certainly more charges to come, but we are upgrading the initial charges of assault to murder in the first degree. Janine Pirro said Friday morning on Fox News, Fox and Friends. And this, I just now was made aware of. The suspected gunman, 29-year-old Raman Mullah Lakanawal, was I wasn't trying to be funny, but yeah, was previously charged, get this, with 3 counts of assault with the intent to kill while armed and criminal possession of a weapon, officials said during a press conference on Thursday. Really?
But hey,
I didn't know he had previous charges.
let's bring him in so we don't look like the bad guy. Whatever. Like,
There's a lot more for this story to come, because you know where the shooting took place was blocks from the Capitol.
2 blocks.
There are cameras everywhere.
I think that there were anti-Americans that work for our government. Ilhan Omar, AOC, Jaya Powell, that Presley lady, they do not deserve the right to be in government leadership if you are anti-American or if you weren't born in this country.
Well, I want to agree
No.
with you, but the rules are different. You can't be president unless you're a citizen, but you can run for office if you're naturalized.
I think they need to change those rules.
Well,
I
you'd be
do.
hard pressed to get the Democrats and the rules to do that.
Screw the Democrats. I'm so over that crap. Anyway. All right, now we went off on a crazy bunch of random things today. We are 3 minutes from our time limit. So, final thoughts?
I wish everybody a great Christmas season coming up. Get ready to start hearing all the Christmas music. I've heard some already. If you hate Trump, I'm sorry, but go in and look at what he's doing, and then tell me why you can argue against it. Don't pick out. This is what irritates me the most, man. They pick out these little pieces of this guy was deported and he was this. This woman was snatched up and she was this. Instead of looking at the whole picture, all of them are here illegally. They came in here illegally. They were granted asylum. The asylum's been revoked. They were given warning, told to get out. They didn't get out. You get caught, you get scooped up and removed. Sorry.
You broke the law. If you're
Sorry.
driving up the interstate doing 100 in a 70 miles per hour zone and you get pulled over, you don't have anything to complain about because you were speeding and got caught. That's it. Like, here are the rules. Here are the penalties for this. Here's your fine. Lose your license, whatever it might be. It's the same thing. You came into this country unlawfully. Like, I don't have any mercy for you. Do I blame them? No. But you still broke the law. So deal with it.
I've bought and smoked weed my entire life, and I have done so because the penalty was not much. If it had been when I was 20 years old, if you buy a bag of weed, we're cutting your hand off. You wouldn't see me with any pot.
Duh. Because you know what the rule is.
We're soft.
Hmm.
We're soft. This one guy. What's that other story? The guy that had been arrested 20 some times, convicted 20 some times. Why are those people still on the street, man? Why are we still allowing them to be a part of society? Why? Because we don't have jail space. Build more jails.
They
No
don't
more
want
prisons.
more jails. That's the thing.
It's a
They're
tough
saying
shit.
that the jails
Quit
are
committing
effective.
crimes. They don't want the
Shoot
death
them.
penalty either. Yeah.
Kill them. Get rid of them. Eliminate them. I don't care. And the reason I say that, because I'm not the kind of person who's going to put myself in a situation where they're like, kill him. You know what I mean? So like, I don't care. So the people that get upset about these kind of radical ideas is the ones who are doing the stuff that could get them potentially in front of a firing squad. Like, I don't give a shit. You want to kill people for robbing people? Do it. You want to cut somebody's arm off for stealing somebody's purse? Do it. Why? Because I'm not the person going to steal someone's purse. I am in no fear of losing my arm. So I don't care. The people that are against that kind of stuff are the ones who either accept it, expect it, or are doing it. So I don't care. You think it's radical? Whatever. I'm not the one who's robbing people, stealing things from people, hurting others. So I'm not in fear of that rule or that law because I'm not going to break it.
Agreed.
Because I'm a decent human.
Agreed.
So screw those who are against it because it's not right or fair. That's tough shit.
Wasn't fair for you to steal the purse.
Correct. So
Wasn't yours.
all right, our time is actually we're a minute over, so we're going to have to cut this thing off. My final thoughts on this are hope you had a wonderful and happy Thanksgiving. Hope you were blessed beyond measure. Hope you got any and everything in your belly that you wanted. The Bengals won. Who day? I know
Still alive.
the chances are very, very slim, but it's not over. So
Joe Burrow is back.
Go Cincinnati Bengals. Who day? God bless America. God bless our president. God bless each and every one of you. And we're going to see you very soon and very often.
Take us out with the
Peace
theme song.
Peace out. See you next week. Later.